Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your March 2025 tarot reading. Thanks to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the Celtic Crossbred as always, and also pulled the 4 agreements and wisdom of the oracle card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology items we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. All right, we have 2. So second house energy for you guys is Capricorn. Astrologically speaking, that's a little quiet there in general, but second house points to possession, self-worth, and finances. We have Mars. So at the time I'm recording this, Mars is still retrograde. On the 23rd of February, it'll actually start direct motion, and throughout that entire time in all of March, it'll be in Cancer. So Cancer for you guys is your 8th house of death, rebirth, intimacy, and investments. So you could have some focus on an area of life. And we have Aquarius. So at the time of recording this, we're still wrapping up Aquarius season. And we have Pluto there as well. It's going to be there all throughout March. I mean, it's going to be there for over a decade, but yeah. So Aquarius energy for you guys is your 3rd house of communication, short journeys, and siblings. All right, so we'll keep that in mind as we go through the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the Emperor, Aries energy, and challenging that, we have the 9 of Cups, Pisces energy. So yeah, could just be saying that maybe you're being called to take on something, maybe a big task, but I feel like this is saying that currently you're just content with where you're at, right? You could just be taking a more hands-off approach to things, and maybe even just realizing that a timing issue could be what's at play, right? So for example, you might realize that, okay, yeah, we're in Pisces season in March, for most of March anyway. I'm just gonna enjoy that time, relax, and then when Aries season hits, okay, sure, I'll approach that goal at that point. For others, you could just be saying that maybe you're being called to take on a leadership role as well, but it could just be saying that ultimately you're content with where you are, right? You're like, okay, maybe for a lot of people, they aspire to goals like that, but you're like, I'm good where I am right now. In the foundation position, we have the 4 of Swords. So this is a Libra energy here. So yeah, it could just be saying that ultimately you're going through a bit of a healing process, right? So even, for example, let's say if the Emperor was a goal of yours, or even if you were in that role for a certain point, you might have just gotten to a point where you were burnt out. You're like, okay, yeah, maybe in the long term I might still like to pursue that, but for the time being, I just need to take a step back. So for some of you, could have just been withdrawing from those types of energies for a while. All right. Past energy, we have the Chariot. So this is Cancer energy here. So yeah, it could just be saying that you might have felt like you were being guided forward on a certain path for a time in the past. And if so, it looks like it was karmically led as well. All right. In the present position, we have the Ace of Cups. So yeah, this could just be saying that maybe a new offer is coming your way. Maybe this is even going to be something that infuses some creativity in you. So for example, if you've been stuck with an issue for a while, this could just be a creative solution to that issue. So you might feel glad in that regard, like saying, okay, instead of just pushing forward, I'm glad that I did take a step back and just wait for things to resolve themselves in a different way, because now this solution came my way. All right. In the near future position, we have the 6 of Wands. So this is Leo energy here. So yeah, this could just be saying that ultimately you will be recognized, you will experience some success. So it looks like that whatever this approach was here, like I said, for some of you, maybe you're being guided to take on more of a leadership role when you took more of a hands-on approach. Looked like that might have ultimately led to a success. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing with that. Okay, in the position of your influence in the situation, we have the Queen of Cups. So Cancerian energy here. So yeah, it could just be saying that ultimately you guys are just feeling like you want to reconnect with your spirituality, right? So like I said, maybe with the Emperor energy, maybe you were very goal oriented, right? Maybe you put a lot of focus on career, let's say. But maybe you got to a point where that might have burnt you out, and then you're like, okay, I need to take a step back from that, just reconnect, right? Take some time away. So that could have been the energy that you guys were in there trying to reconnect, right? Go through your healing process and figure out what you wanted to do going forward. In the environment position, we have the Five of Wands. So Leo energy here as well. So yeah, for some of you, this could be saying that maybe this is why you were being called to step into a leadership role, right? Because maybe people in your environment just were misguided, right? They were button heads, and they might have been able to depend on you at one point to come in and resolve the issue. But again, like I said, I feel like you're just taking a hands-off approach, saying, you know what, maybe it's time for them to figure it out for themselves, right? It's kind of like that parent when they finally let the kid solve a problem for themselves instead of always swooping in to take care of it. That could be, how are you dealing with the groups around you at this time? And for others of you, could just be saying that maybe you knew that this was what was at play, so you decided, you know what, I'm not even going to step into the fray and get involved in that conflict energy. I'm just going to stay in my lane back here and let that play out with those people. All right. In the hopes or fears position, we have the Ten of Wands. So yeah, this is probably a fear of a lot of you, and again, maybe it's a fear of putting yourselves right back in that situation again, right, where you do feel burned out, where you do take on too much for too many people, and then you end up reaching this point of burnout, and then even losing sight of your own goals along the way too, right? Because if you look at their the way they're holding those wands, they more likely can't even clearly see their way forward. So that could be something you're fearing repeating. All right. And in the outcome position, we have the Magician. So yeah, so the positive thing here is that if this was more of a thing where you knew that, okay, yeah, maybe I do still have an Emperor type of goal, but I just know right now isn't the right time to go for it. This could just be saying that when we get to the end of the month with that Magician energy, you might feel re-energized and ready to go ahead and tackle that goal. And this would say that you have all the tools at your disposal to do so as well. But if not that, it could just be one of those things where it's saying that, you know, maybe you decided to just have faith that a situation would work itself out if you gave it more time, and now you've seen evidence of that playing out. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. So this is Taurus energy here. So yeah, so for some of you, this can be an indicator that maybe this was around finances in some way. And like I said, for whatever reason, for you taking a bit of a hands-off approach, even if just temporarily, while you just let the Pisces season energy ride out and say that, okay, once Aries season hits, that's a more supportive energy for me as a fellow fire sign. I'll tackle it there. Could just be saying that by Taurus season, at the very least, you'll be feeling like you're a lot more secure in your place. Okay, so from the Four Agreements deck, we have always do your best. And it says love and nurture your body. Okay, it says your own body is a manifestation of God. And if you honor your body, everything will change for you. Practice giving love to every part of your body. This will plant seeds of love in your mind. And when they grow, you will love, honor, and respect your body immensely. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there, right? Because for those of you where, like I said, maybe you were in a situation where you did burn yourselves out because you were taking on too much, maybe doing too much for too many people, this could just be saying that, you know, maybe that was the lesson learned there with the Chariot in the past. And now you do know, you do recognize, okay, I'm heading down that path, right? Let me step back, just take a step back and know when the time is right for me to get back into the fray. And that could be the Queen of Cups to the Magician energy. All right, and from the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have Yang. There's the artwork. The number is 1. We'll see what this has to say. All right, essential meanings says the masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen, taking action. The Oracle's message: Yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward, and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there, right? Because like I said, it seems like you are going through a healing process. There's an energy of saying that, you know what, I'm content with where I am right now. Queen of Cups also seems to embody that energy. Then, like we said, seeing the Magician and the outcome says to me that for a lot of you, you will get to the point where, like, okay, not to mention the Six of Wands in the near future, you will get to that point where you say, okay, now I'm ready to go back into it. All right. The relationship message says circumstances are supporting action on your part. It's okay to make the first move. Trust that you will quickly know where you stand. In matters at heart, there is movement toward your highest good, so go forth with assurance. Passion is in the air. Now is the time to dance to the tune of love. Take the lead. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there. There wasn't a lot of indicators of this being like a romantic thing. I mean, we do have the Ace of Cups in the present, so maybe if that's the case where you do see someone that you've had your eye on for a while, or even someone brand new, maybe it's saying to step forward in that regard. Okay, the prosperity message says projects, partnerships, and all matters relating to your business are out of the obstacle phase and on to the make it happen phase. Now is the time to stake your claim and get things done. While you can expect to be busier than usual, this card tells you that you have all the energy and vitality you need to accomplish your goals. Abundance is waiting for you to claim it. So yeah, have an interesting message there, right? As far as you can expect to be busier than usual. You have the energy and vitality you need. So yeah, like I said, even if you don't feel like you have that vitality energy now, like we said, could definitely be the case seeing that Four of Swords in the foundation. Looks like this is saying you really will tune in and figure out the right timing to move forward. And it looks like when you do decide to do so, there's pretty supportive energies here to say that it would work out for the best for you. So, hope it ever has any of you guys will wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.